Guys, JFK Performance. Gonna do another installment on this large case cruiser matic. Apologize, I have to keep breaking this up, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm ready to start putting this together. I'm gonna put the servos back into the case first. Kind of one of the things I like about this large case is that the servos go in the case. They're not separate housings and things, so this is kind of nice and makes them nice and strong and heavy duty. So alright, this is reverse, and this is the piston that came out of there, and it's got this little centerpiece that was in it. So that's going to go like that, with that raised portion sticking out, and that's just going to drop in there. You got a rubber seal on the outside. You make sure you have the right seal. That's going to go in. Now the spring looks like this. It's conical, and the small end goes on the piston like that, and then this piece is going to go on top, and you're going to, there's a notch here. You're going to line this tab up in that notch, and snap ring. Now I may have to, I can probably do it with both hands, but I may have to get a C-clamp, big C-clamp, put it around here to compress the spring for me while I put this snap ring in there. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back, and then we'll look at the intermediate. Alright, there it is. I did have to use a clamp on this because it was a little tricky with that long spring and trying to get the snap ring in there. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, intermediate servo. Again, it's got this metal sealing ring here, which doesn't come in the kit, but sometimes they get replaced with rubber. Either one I'm sure is fine. There's nothing wrong with this ring, but I got to take this apart. So screw comes off, and then you just take a punch and you knock this out. It's because it's this basically this pin is pressed into this piece because there's two more seals inside here that are very important that get redone, or replaced rather. And let's see, the intermediate, that goes on this side of the case. So I'm going to get the case turned around. I'll get this taken apart, replace my O-rings and all that stuff. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so rubber O-ring in there, rubber O-ring out here. Found them in the kit, which is good. This has a metal ring. Apparently that has to be reused. Not in the kit. I don't believe it's replaceable by an O-ring. So be nice to that one. And this here, this is the one on this piston. Again, not in the kit. No O-ring that would fit it. The groove is too narrow. So as long as this is in good shape and doesn't break on you, you will reuse it. If it did break on me, or if something was wrong with it, I would have to recut this groove to fit a standard O-ring. But I don't think I'm going to have to do that. But we got to be real nice to it putting it in. It's a little bit of a lead in here. We got to get past this sharp edge. We just don't want to break that trying to put it in. So, and this is the return spring, by the way. Don't forget that. So all right, let me get this back together. Lots of trans prep and some patience, because I don't want to hurt these rings, and I don't want to have to do some southern engineering on it. All right, hang on a second. Okay, not too bad. little bit of patience, but I didn't break anything. And then the little snap ring, you can see, goes here. Make sure that's seated all the way. That's important so that doesn't pop out on you. Alright, so that's good. Now, there's a cover. Grab that. There's a little cover here that people usually annihilate with gasket sealer. You can do that if you want. But there is an O-ring seal that goes here. And it goes into this chamfer. I'm going to trust the O-ring because I like to gamble. I don't try not to use sealer if I don't have to. So I'm going to trust the O-ring. And then this just press fits on. And the best way to put it on, and I'll see what I got, but you can see people have hit this cover before, they've taken it off. You really want a piece of pipe that would go around this edge and install it on this edge rather than hitting in the middle here and denting this up. That's the ideal way. I don't know what I have that's a piece of pipe around that diameter, but I'm going to take a look, and there's a little O-ring for that. Let's see. I had that. Yeah, here it is. It's a very thin O-ring, and it's going to go on this cover. So let me do that. I'm going to see if I have something to knock that on with. I'll take a look at what's around here. Be right back. Alright guys, don't hate me. I had this sitting around like the first place I looked. I don't even know what I have this for, but I got lucky. But you know, you can, if you have to, just take a hammer and very gently work, keep working your way around until it's seated. Okay, if you can't find anything, don't beat the shag out of this thing and dimple it all up like it already is. It's not terrible looking, but I've seen worse. Alright. I don't think I'm going to do much more tonight. I know I'm kind of going to cut you short. I've been here for 12 hours and I just want to get the hell out of here. I know you hear me say that a lot. Alright. Maybe, well, you know what? That's it. I'm going to end here. So that's the servos. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to start putting the drums in. And all that fun stuff. So I'm going to get ready for that. So there we go. I'm going to stand the case up, and I have a slot in the bench so the input shaft can go down through. And this here is going to be the thrust washer with these two tabs. And that is going to go down inside there like this. And I will, it's kind of, not that it really matters, but it walks around a bit, so I'm just going to put a little trans prep on there, keep that in place. Again, I don't think it really matters much, but... And then we're going to drop our assembly in there. I've got that on the vise still, sitting there waiting for me, so we will stack this bad boy together. Before I go, let's talk about this. So this was that washer that goes on our output hub here, and I didn't really want to reuse it because it's plastic, even though it looks in pretty good shape. So let me show you what I picked up. So this race, this is from the Trans. I didn't buy this. And that's going to ride against the bearing now. This surface is heat treated, so the bearing rides directly on it. Now this bearing here, it's just an industrial bearing. And I think we're going to be able to use that. It does look a little bit thicker, so we'll see if we get away with it. I may have to do some machine work, but there's the part number. Made in Germany. That's pretty good stuff. Now, it's a 55 millimeter. It didn't fit. So what I did is I held this in the chuck on the lathe and I spun it, and I took a grinding wheel on the Dremel tool and I opened this. I had to open this up about, I don't know, about 10 thousandths or so. If you don't have a lathe, you can just take your Dremel and just keep going around and around and around and open that up. If you have to do this, you know, I don't know if it's the best way or not, but it's what I did. Again, it looks a little thicker. I haven't measured that yet. We could end up with a situation where we don't have enough end play anymore because I did that, and I may have to do a little bit of machine work on the back of the pump. So we'll see how that all works out. So stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one.